The time is 5 minutes past 8. This is Conversations on Energy FM 102.1 and Choice FM 101.1. It is said that the real freedom of any individual can always be measured by the amount of responsibility which he must assume for his own welfare and security. On Motivation Monday tonight, I'm joined now in studio by author of motivational books and life coach Ebenezer Mamabolo to hear about taking responsibility, that is taking personal responsibility, to just be very clear. You are more than welcome to join us in this conversation. Our WhatsApp text line is 079 295 1212 295 1212, and our SMS line is 47861. That's 47861. Start each SMS with the short code EFM, and each SMS is charged at R1.50. Mr. Mamabolo, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Do you think we've reached a point in our interactions that we could call what we're doing here masterclass? And I'm asking you this because a certain Ditebo Rampekwa, who is a very loyal listener of us, sent a message to say, I think we need to start really giving Mr. Mamabolo the credit that he deserves. I'm just paraphrasing Ditebo's message because I can't find it now. To say that there's so much to learn. And I'm saying masterclass because perhaps you need to start saying, before we even start, take a pen and a paper. Now people have notepads on their phones. You just open that application to ensure that you take in all the nuggets that you'll be learning as we continue with the conversation. Do you think that we're in that level now?
I think so.
We've been.
Yes. Because everything that we are sharing, it's worth noting down. And if someone is missing, perhaps maybe if you miss a show, then you should go and check out my podcast or search for the podcast. That's when you'll be able to download the shows.
Okay. We're talking about taking personal responsibility.
Yes.
It always reminds me of discussions that would take place, particularly in primary and high school, whenever you talk about rights and responsibilities. And everyone was very a fan of discussions around rights, but when it came to responsibilities, not so much, because then it all says that you have to play a part as well as an individual in how things turn out and so forth. Briefly, before we get into the nitty-gritties, we're talking taking personal responsibility. What does that mean?
You know, this lesson came about when I had my crash. After I had my crash, you know when you're watching these movies on TV, then you learn how do you stop bleeding. So I did the same thing. I just took some sand and I covered my wounds. And when I got to the doctor, as she was busy helping me, as she was busy using the chemicals and the things that she would use as a doctor, having the expertise, she said something very powerful to me that I never forgot. As she was busy with that, she said to me, Mr. Mamabolo, you have caused your own pain. And when she said that, I went back to think about it. How did I cause my own pain? And I realized that no, the first thing was that I had the crash because I knew that my bicycle had some problems. It had some mechanical problems that I needed to fix. But I did not fix them. I just thought, you know what? This is a small thing. I'll fix it tomorrow, or I'll fix it when I've got the time. But now, because I had the crash, I had to even think about saying, no, this problem, it would have been nice for me to say that, you know what, I don't know what happened, some miraculous thing happened, or for me to shift responsibility, maybe to even blame maybe the weather or to blame anyone else. But when I was sitting there as I was feeling the pain, and I remember when I was there, I had no regret in my life because I knew that I had given my very best. But when she said to me that, no, Mr. Mamabolo, you are feeling pain as I'm doing this, as I'm cleaning you and your wounds, because you have caused your own pain. And I remember that sometimes in our lives, we tend to not take full responsibility of our own lives. We want to blame someone else for the choices that we have made. Maybe we want to blame our partners, we want to blame our spouses or our parents. In most cases in most areas of our lives, we find that no, when we are taking full responsibility, what's the benefit of that taking full responsibility is that the first thing you would learn. And not only would you learn, but you would learn faster. But when you start shifting the blame, when you don't take full responsibility of the event that you found yourself in, or the moment that you found yourself at that particular moment in your life, you find that you don't even your spirit is not even willing to learn. But when you've got that attitude to say, no, let me take responsibility for this moment that I am in, let me take responsibility for my own life, you are in a position where you could learn, and you are even learning fast, and the lessons are lesser, more painful. And like if I didn't didn't learn what I needed to learn at that particular moment. Perhaps maybe next time I would have a worse crash.
If we were to go back to that example about learning about rights and responsibilities and how it seemed to be complex when it would have to be discussed that rights really do come with responsibilities.
Yes.
It could be that it was complex because it was just spoken about in quite a brief manner.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps to ensure that everyone fully does understand to say, what do we mean here when you say one needs to take personal responsibility?
Yes.
If you were to just break down to areas of one's life that they really do need to take full responsibility on.
Yes. You know, I'm even reminded when the movement of rights and responsibility came. And I remember we were singing some songs at school showing us, no, this is my right. I have a right to do this and that. And now, as we are continuing with this, remember that for every right that you have, you've got a responsibility. Even as a citizen of South Africa, yes, you might have your legal rights as a South African, but there are also some responsibilities that come with those rights. Now, we've got some key areas that I would like us to consider. The first one is our future. You've got a right for a better future. But it is your responsibility to ensure that that future that you need it to be bright, you take full responsibility to ensure that it becomes that bright future. What you need to do is that when you are looking at your future, when you are looking at the dreams that you want to achieve, remember that it is your own personal responsibility to make sure that you are setting your own goals and your targets. If you are saying that, no, I want to see myself at this particular place in my life, or in 5 or 4 years' time, I want to see myself maybe as a doctor or whatsoever. That's your personal responsibility to say that, no, okay, this is what I want to achieve tomorrow, but what do I need to do to ensure that the future that I'm planning tomorrow as a doctor, I achieve at that? So make sure that you set your own goal to say that, no, if I am going to become a doctor, I need to study 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to do this and that, and take full responsibility to say that I'm not going to depend on some teacher who would be teaching me the concepts that one needs to be a doctor. No, I am going to take full responsibility to make sure that I learn whatever it is that I need to learn so that my future tomorrow is bright. Another one, as even the career that you are choosing, make sure that you take full responsibility for that choice. You know, I remember when I was making my, after I passed my matric, while I was sitting alone at home thinking about my future, I said that, no, there are some careers that I'm not going to study. I'm not going to study these careers because I don't like this and this about this particular career. But because I came from a very poor background, when the pressures came and you are about to register, now people start telling you that, no, I'm going to study this because they are saying that there are a lot of bursaries. Now you find that, no, when you hear such things, you tend to even shift the future that you had planned for yourself, because you are looking at your circumstances to say, no, I want to become this, but maybe I don't have the finances to do that. Now, even when you are choosing your particular career, don't let other people influence you, or don't let other people convince you that, no, this is a career that you shouldn't do, or this is a career that you should do. Because tomorrow, you are the one who's going to be spending the rest of your life in that particular area. It is your own future. You are going to be the one who's going to be spending 7 to 8 or even more hours every day doing that particular career. So make sure that even when you're choosing your particular career that would determine who you are tomorrow, you take full responsibilities. If you are going to make the mistakes in your career or while you are planning for your future, take even full responsibility for those mistakes that you are making. And if you miss some certain things and you might need someone to come into your life to teach you, then go and ask for that particular help. Another area would be, even when, say, maybe let's interchange it with personal growth. As you are planning for that career that you are in, make sure that you are developing yourself. Take full responsibility of your personal growth. If you are going to become, say, for example, taking the example of a doctor, knowing that, no, okay, I am going to become a doctor, but what does a doctor do? What information does a doctor need to know about maybe dealing with people, helping people? Now take even full responsibility of your personal development as a doctor. Make sure that, no, whatever skills that you need, don't just shift the blame and say, no, I'll just wait for maybe my teachers when they teach me. As you are as an individual, you are the one who's going to be a doctor. You are the one who's going to be dealing with people's life. Take that full responsibility. Another one, make sure that as you are planning for your future, even your talents, make sure that you are carefully, or you're continually sharpening your skill sets. Make sure that whatever talent it is that you have that will determine your future, continually work on it. It's been said that talent Hard work always beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Make sure that you work very hard and you practice whatever it is that you are going to plan for your future. Another one, even the skill sets that you are developing. Make sure that you take full responsibility for even those skill sets. Whatever skills you need, if maybe, say for example, you need to have steady hands, take full responsibility for you having steady hands. Practice wherever you need to practice. If maybe you need to learn how to use needles or whatever tools doctors use, make sure take that full responsibility. Even if maybe you are not yet there at the particular level that you could become a doctor, but use whatever it is that you can, do whatever you can to make sure that you take full responsibility to develop the skill sets that are needed to work on your talents and to make sure that your future, you are ready for it.
So one mustn't abuse their talent and say, I'm talented. I don't need to go to school to ensure that I put in the work and secure a future that I would find ideal. Have to really work for it.
Yes. I've seen, maybe as an example, I've seen a lot of people who are very talented builders, but you could, in some instances, you could determine that, that guy might have been talented, but that person lacked a particular skill set or some particular knowledge. Because when you see maybe the buildings that they are building, you find that they did not take into account maybe things in science. We talk about thermodynamics. What happens when it's hot? What happens to the roof when it's hot? But because you might haven't had the talent to build, you need some extent for it. So make sure that whatever talent that it is that you have, also get the knowledge that will substitute your talent and work on developing that particular talent.
Author of motivational books and life coach, Ebenezer Mamabolo, is talking to us about taking personal responsibility. You can join us in this conversation. Our WhatsApp text line is 079 295 1212, 079 295 1212. Our SMS line is 47861, 47861. Start each SMS with the short code EFM, and each SMS is charged at R1.50. We'll continue with this conversation after the break.
Conversations, Mondays to Thursdays, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
The time is 19 minutes past 8. This is Conversations on Energy FM 102.1 and Choice FM 101.1. On our weekly motivation tonight, I'm in conversation with author of motivational books and life coach, Ebenezer Mamabolo, and we're talking about taking personal responsibility. You can join us in this conversation. Our WhatsApp text line is 079 295 1212, 079 295 1212. Our SMS line is 47861, 47861. Start each SMS with the short code EFM, and each SMS is charged at R1.50, or you can give us a call.
Have your say. Call us now on 015-151-1058.
Right, we've spoken extensively about monetizing on one's purpose.
Yes.
And we can't leave out purpose in a discussion about personal responsibility, especially because you've already spoken about securing a future that is ideal for an individual, right?
Yes.
Let's look at purpose as an area of life, and how taking personal responsibility and understanding your purpose can also do then to just really ensure that one turns out to be a person that they've always wanted to be.
Yeah. This is probably maybe the area that we take least responsibility, or perhaps maybe those of us who come from religious backgrounds. When you are just told that you need to discover your purpose, you tend to shy away to say, I've discovered what my purpose is, but you don't work towards its fulfillment. As much as it is your responsibility to discover what your purpose is, it's also your own personal responsibility to ensure that purpose that you have, that purpose that you were called for and created for, you are the one who is solely responsible to ensure that it's fulfilled. You can't just sit and lazy about and say that, I've discovered my purpose, I know who I'm supposed to be, but take nothing or take no action. Make sure that, because after you've discovered your purpose, take full responsibility to ensure that the vision that you have, after you've discovered your purpose, you will have a vision of, this is the type of life, this is the future that I see myself. But take full responsibility to ensure that, for me to be able to achieve this purpose of mine, I need to do this and that. I need to achieve this and that. Take full responsibility for it and take the necessary actions. If there is something that you need to learn whatever it is. If maybe you are lacking in a particular area, get some people around you to help you to even achieve that particular purpose. Another one would also be, even the dreams that you have, as you are working towards your particular purpose, make sure that even the things that you are working on, the greatest thief of purpose is wasting time doing good things, but things that are not right for your purpose. As much as everything that you might want to do for your purpose or that serves the purpose might be good, there are some things that you shouldn't be doing, which are things that you should be delegating to others. So even make sure that even the time that you are spending, you fulfilling or you pursuing your purpose, you take full responsibility to ensure that no, I am investing the time in my purpose in the right things. Another area would be our relationships, even the people you have around you. We spoke about the fact that one is too small of a number to achieve greatness. Whatever dream you might have, whatever future that you might be seeing yourself, it's practically almost impossible for you to achieve that future or for you to fulfill that particular area or purpose of your life alone. You will need other people around you. And as the people you are getting people around you, and like what one author said, he said that if you hang around chickens, you are going to click. And if you hang around eagles, you are going to fly. Make sure that even the people that you are having around you, as you are working towards your dreams, as you are working towards your future, as you are working towards having a better future, make sure that even the people that you have around you take full responsibility. Don't just say, no, she's my home girl, or she's my classmate, or he's my class. Take full responsibility for even the people you have around you, because if you show me your friends, I will be able to show you your friends. So make sure that who you choose to be with, who you choose to spend your time with, make sure that you are intentional about it. Another one, whatever it is that you are going to be tolerating in those particular friendships or those particular relationships, make sure that you take full responsibility. If you allow people to disrespect you, tomorrow when you find that you are unable to achieve whatever it is that you are achieving, take full responsibility. No, I let so and so take advantage of my time. I let so and so take advantage of me in this particular area. So even take full responsibility of what you are tolerating or what you will be accepting in the relationships you will be making. Another one, even the compromises, whoever you have around you, whatever compromises that you would be making, if you are going to compromise on your dreams because you want to make you want to make Ebenezer feel better, whatever compromises that you would be making, if you get to a point where you are compromising, even when you are supposed to be achieving it, take full responsibility for those compromises so that you'll be able to learn that no, I missed my targets because I compromised. I missed my targets because I did not hold myself to those high standards of mine. And probably another area, even while you are busy pursuing that future that you have, make sure that even the family or the relationships that you have with those closest around you, take even full responsibility for it, because sometimes we tend to think that no, because Rebecca is my sister or she's my aunt, she knows that whatever dreams that I might have, and you find that no, she might know the dreams that you might have, but she has got her own interest in you pursuing and fulfill your dreams. So make sure that how you treat others or how you even treat your family and how they treat you, protect that. Make sure that however you allow people to treat you, you are very cautious about it, because how they treat you, tomorrow you will be the one who's kind to say, no, you don't treat me well, or you don't respect me, or you don't respect my gift. The last one would be even the standards and the values that you are holding yourself, the standards and the values that you are holding even your family and your loved ones. Hold yourself to high standards. Don't let them hold you to lower standards, so that when you are being mediocre, or when you are lazy, when you're supposed to be working on your talents, when you're supposed to be working on your gift, they let you slack. Even tell those who are around you, who are supporting you, to say, no, hold me to high standards. When you see me lazing about when I'm supposed to be practicing, when you see me doing something that's not in line with my purpose or that's not in line with my future, hold me accountable and remind me to say, no, we are going to miss the mark because of the way that you are taking.
Going back to what you've said previously about how you can't feed yourself off of a round of applause and so forth, and just from what you've just said now about relationships and then families, would you say that sometimes in trying to really coexist with other people, one could find themselves really sharing and portraying wasteful efforts?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes we could do that. But we need to find balance, especially when it comes to family. Because sometimes you might find that when you see that, no, this particular member, they only want me for their own benefit. There's nothing that they are contributing towards my future. They are not helping me. When I need them, they are not there for me. You might find that the resources that you are using or the times that you are using when you are saving them, you are wasting, because you could be investing that particular time or those resources in other areas. But find that balance to say, no, there will be times when I'm saving my family or my loved ones for me to be able to advance the family as a whole. But there are some times where I can't do that because I need to find balance in my life.
All right. Let's talk about, since you're mentioning balance, let's talk about finances.
Yes.
Taking personal responsibility in one's finances.
Money is probably one of the most important things. I like what Zig Ziglar said. He said that money might not be the most important thing, but it's right up there on the must-have scale with oxygen. As you are pursuing your future, as you are pursuing the dreams that you have, take even full responsibility for how you spend your money and what you spend your money on. What you spend your money on and how you spend your money could even determine if you are going to be able to fulfill those dreams that you have or not. Because when you are busy working on your skill sets, when you're working on yourself, how you are spending your money could determine if you would be able to afford, if maybe it's a cost that you need to take for you to develop yourself. So make sure that you even take full responsibility for how and what you spend your money on. Another one would be take full responsibility for how much you've got saved for your future. As you will be pursuing your future, as you will be pursuing your dreams, there will be some investments that you might not need to make now, but you'll need to make tomorrow, and you will need to have it saved, spend some time saving some money for them tomorrow. If it's a workshop that you'll be attending maybe after a year or so, save that particular amount of money that you will need for that workshop now. So make sure you take full responsibility for you even saving the money that you will need for the needs that will come tomorrow. Another one, even where you are investing your money, make sure that where you are investing your money or where you are putting your money, it's areas that will give you a return on your investment. It's not good for you to be wasting your money or to giving out your money where you won't even be benefiting from it. So make sure that even where you are investing your money, you'll get good returns on investment. And another one, make sure that you take full responsibility for how you manage your finances, because tomorrow you can't go to a doctor and say that, no, doctor, I served my purpose and these are the round of applause that they gave me. Take even full responsibility for how you manage your resources, so that tomorrow when you need those financial resources, you'll be able to find them.
I know for a fact that one other personal responsibility that I have, that you also have, is to ensure that we finish on time.
Yes.
Do we have a quote for the week?
Yes, we've got a quote of the week, and it comes from Alden Palmer. He says that we are not put here on earth to play around. There is work for us to do. There are responsibilities to be met. Humanity needs the abilities every man and woman has.
Your contact details, please.
My contact details on all of the social medias, just search for or send me a friend request at Ebenezer Mamabolo. And when you're booking me as a coach and as a speaker, contact me on 071 639 7807.
In terms of your book, if one wants to get the book, do they use the same communication channels?
Yes. Use the same communication channel. And if you say no, Energy FM or Energy FM listener, I'll even give you a discount there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Mamabolo, for coming in to have this discussion with us.
It's always a pleasure.
All right. That is our time on Conversations tonight. Coming up next is Matumo Manaka with Night Flight. A big thank you goes to the show's content producer, Mami Morasho, our technical producer, Emmanuel Gwenda, and to you for always listening and interacting with us. I am Rebecca Phala. Enjoy the rest of your evening and stay safe.
Conversations with Rebecca Phala.